Oh, hi, chat. Hello there, everyone.
And hi, Chep Lynn. Or
Happy.
maybe I change him to Chet Lynn. Nope, Cheplin's
Oh,
pretty good. You sound disappointed by that. Like, no, that would have
oh.
worked. I mean, I'm pandering to you, but that would have worked.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving Eve
Yes, that's
to
true.
all of you who are in the United States. Although we are not all a US based audience, I know that. So yes, hello, happy Wednesday to everyone.
So
Happy.
we're gonna do the most American thing and shove our holiday in your face.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is, Doug. To address the elephant in the room, we do have Rob with us. However, he is taking care of some business really fast. He'll be back when he is able to join us, but he will be here for shenanigans and questions eventually. Amazing. Thank you all for this level 2 hype train. In the theme of the holiday, we're thankful for all of you.
Yes,
And
very much.
for making this a successful stream and a hype train. We appreciate it, and we're thankful for you, chat. We won't be cooking you, but no. I don't know where that went. You know what? It's a weird day.
some
It's
of you.
commercials
You know
day.
who you are. Yeah.
It's commercials day. Doug literally just freed himself from all the commercials, so I think, we got some things to do here.
It's contagious. The commercials are contagious.
Oh, they're contagious? Shit.
Well, that's the idea. You want to go buy shit after seeing them. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of true.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to some of these rules here so that we can get to your questions or comments about the commercials, because I know we've had lots of people waiting for this and so excited for this commercial. I almost called it Christmas Day, Commercials Day. First and foremost, we give priority to the bit messages since that is some real world money spent. At the end of stream, we may or may not have time for highlighted questions, but do save your highlighting for the end of stream. If you highlight it now, we cannot scroll back up and see it. Also, highlighting a question does not guarantee that we are going to see it or read it. Please do not repeat yourself over and over again in chat, or you can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster we have to read it, the more likely we are to lose the point, and we don't have time to repeat it. That also applies to part messages if absolutely necessary. Please restrain yourself to like maximum 3 parts. Again, same kind of thing. It gets chopped up and then we lose the point, and it's hard to continue on with that. Also a newer one that I've been mentioning here. Please keep your questions to 1 question per bit. We've been getting a lot more of these. Here's 100 bits. I have 4 questions, and we have to rapid fire the questions. It's just not fair. You know what I mean? Like 1 bit, 1 question seems like the most fair way to do that. Speaking of new rules, please also hold off on giving bits until we begin the stream. We just don't want the people to lose your messages, because if I don't have the correct software open, it doesn't get on the list, and then we'll just lose it, and there's nothing I can really scroll up and do about that. No spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance to see the Marvels. So, let's not be telling everyone what
Or
happens
Wish.
at the end. Or Wish. Oh, is Wish out right now?
Yes, it's a critical darling so far.
I didn't think it was coming out until like today. I didn't realize it was like.
No, it came out. I think it came out yesterday. Actually, I was gonna go see it, but I get the fatigue hit me. I got pushed behind on some things. But not with the bad reviews. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of even more excited to see it.
I love it. I love that. Yeah, so no spoilers, please. We just want to keep everyone, who wants to not be spoiled, spoiler free. Maybe check to see if someone else has asked the question that you have asked. You're not going to get in trouble for this. We just feel really bad if you're like the 4th person to ask what Doug is reviewing next week for Nostalgia Critic, and we just have to kind of give you the scraps. You've paid your bits for that, and we'd like to make sure you get an answer for it, okay? I think that's it.
I think we're good.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well then, let's get to it.
Good.
TDI Charlie Brown, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, I had an idea for a future Disney-Cember Disney game shows. There's Off the Wall, Mad Libs, Master of the Maze, and of course, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that is. I mean, it was ABC, but I guess that counts. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I guess I can't see too many people like going ooh and gravitating towards it. But at the same time, I mean, it's like I'm running out of options for what to do, what to add. So, might be an idea. All right, I'll think about that.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. Lagasp! You've played Doki Doki Literature Club?
I have watched many a playthrough.
Did you make a reference in the commercials episode?
I do. Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. Sorry, chat.
There's a scene where a computer comes to life and they talk about Wrigley Spearmint gum. And he's like, oh, what happens if I bypass, great flavor with, great enjoyment and refreshment and stuff like that. And like he just types something into the keyboard and it just cuts to the end of Doki Doki Literature Club or what's her name is there. Just like,
Monica.
Hello. Yeah.
Only Monica.
Yes.
I loved Doki Doki. Dragon's Toy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, lovely people. We have an anniversary game cartridge of Zelda that we wanted to take to a horror con. John Casser is at, and have him sign it. Love the dude that looked like he escaped from Eraserhead is the voice of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, I was next to him once at a con, and he was really, really cool. And I had I said, I know you did the last few episodes of Tiny Toons. He did Buster Bunny. And it was pretty close. When I was a kid, I thought just the actor had like a little bit of a cold or something, but they switched him out. And I said, so how was that? He says, it was good. He said the story about how it happened was funny because the original guy could do a really good Crypt Keeper. So they thought, well, if Buster Bunny can do a good Crypt Keeper, the Crypt Keeper must do a really good Buster Bunny. So they had me audition and they were right.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. Disney's gonna wish for a miracle right now. I know Inside Out 2 and Deadpool 3 are coming, but at this point, I'm not sure that'll be enough. I'm starting to think they announced Frozen 4 because they knew the reactions to Wish would be bad.
I mean, it's been a bad year. I'm trying to think if it's been like the worst I've seen, because I definitely remember times in the 80s where it was really rough, or in the 90s. I remember, late 90s, I remember being a little rough, but they still had something going. You know what I mean? And even I think when Frozen 2 came out, I think I even said, Disney, you feeling okay? Like I remember they were kind of having some misses, but they had some things coming out. They had like Soul and Encanto, and stuff like that. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen something like really good from them. And again, I'm hoping it's a good thing, because I'm hoping that leads to them innovating again and experimenting again, doing stuff like Frozen 4 and stuff. And it doesn't seem like the right track, but we'll see where it goes. And again, maybe I'll love Wish. Maybe I'll be like, this is fun. What's everybody talking about? But maybe I'll love it. I don't know.
We'll see, won't we? Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 100 bits. Happy early Thanksgiving. How did you like the Beetlejuice musical?
A good half of it I really enjoyed. It was really my style. I thought it was funny. I thought it was creative and imaginative and stuff like that. And the other half I found really annoying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because everyone's as big as Beetlejuice. And that's not fun to me. Like, that doesn't allow Beetlejuice to be really big. Then everyone, I know it's a Broadway show. Everyone's supposed to emote so you can hear in the back and stuff, but everyone is so big and so great. I think Lydia is the only one, and that's the idea. She's supposed to hold it back and stuff like that, who kind of did something, a little different, a little bit more quiet, but like everyone was so huge and it got a little annoying after a while. But every time it would start to get a little tiring, something cool would happen or funny would happen or imaginative would happen. So I'm glad I saw it. It was a musical where I felt like I still got my money's worth. You know what I mean? Like, it's a production. It's a big production. It's constantly trying to entertain you and throw a lot at you. So, yeah, I had a good time. I guess the audience I saw loved it. I hear critics really aren't liking it. And it's another one of those where it's like, I get both. I really get both.
Connor Davenport, thank you for the 100 bits. I've heard you mention occasionally that you plan to watch something once you retire from making videos. Without causing any concern, I'm curious if the Nostalgia Critic is approaching its conclusion.
I'll say that whenever I wrap up the NC, I don't think I'm going to stop doing videos for a while because I like doing them. It's really fun to do. I love that I still have an audience, that I can, talk about this stuff with and everything. I love doing it. Stopping the NC would be more of like either like a I'm just running out of steam thing or just, how long can I get older and grayer while wearing the outfit? You know what I mean? So I don't know. We have like kind of an idea for like a cutoff date, but it's not going to be like, like, and that's it, I retire forever or something like that. It's like, I don't know, the NC date we have kind of an idea on. The actual retiring forever date, I still don't know yet.
Oyram, thank you for the 100 bits. While Wish is faltering, Leo, the movie you thought would be Adam Sandler is The Lizard, is actually Sandler's best reviewed animated movie. Perhaps it's something to check out.
That I was saying before we came here, how is it that a major original Disney animated feature is doing worse than the newest Adam Sandler animated movie and Good Burger 2? They're both doing better than Disney's current animated movie. So yeah, man, that's fascinating. And yeah, I do want to check it out. I was kind of on the fence about it. I was saying, like, I can see it being good. I hope it is. But yeah, now there's getting good reviews. That makes me more hopeful.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I saw Wish last night, and I personally thought it was pretty good. Have you seen it? And if so, what do you think?
Not yet. I'm gonna see it for Disney December. Ooh, thanks. Links? Is that how you say that? For the raid. That's really nice. Just saw that happen a little bit there.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't seen it yet. I'm based on the bad reviews, I'm kind of more excited to see it. I kind of want to check it out to begin with, but at the very least, even if it turns out I enjoy it, I like seeing why people wouldn't like something, or even why they get into something maybe I don't enjoy too. So I'm excited to check it out.
Yes, and as Doug said, Links TS, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everyone. I'm going to do a quick recap of what we're doing right now, just in case for people who are just joining us. If you don't know who we are, we're Channel Awesome. Most people know us for Nostalgia Critic, Doug Walker over here. We're a YouTube channel, but we also do things on Twitch. Right now, we're doing a Q&A session with Doug here. It doesn't have to just be restricted to the latest Nostalgia Critic, which is the commercial special. If you haven't watched it, you should go check it out on YouTube. But it's not just restricted to that. It's any question you'd like to ask. However, we are giving priority to the bit messages. I've got a whole list here. We're glad that you're here. Feel free to hang out. Just understand if you give bits for a question now, we sometimes take like 40 minutes to get to it. But I have a list, and we're glad you're here. And welcome on in and hang out. That's it.
And welcome Rob, too. And this is Rob, by the way, my brother.
Yes, Rob is here. We just got a raid, so I was just catching all the raiders up. So there we go. That Disney nerd. Oh, I just read that about Wish. Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 100 bits. Loved watching the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Perfect casting for all the characters. There are some things the movie does better than the book, and some things the book does better than the movie. It's a long movie, but kept me captivated the whole time, and I loved all the songs in it. They were taken straight from the book. Highly recommend a big screen watch.
Okay. I'll probably stream it. I'm not gonna.
I was thinking the same thing.
Usually, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing it on the big screen. It looks like it's shot pretty well and everything, but I can't even. I don't even know when I'm gonna see Wish, man. I had a schedule. I was gonna see
what I want to stream.
After the bad reviews, I kind of want to see how bad. I'm actually a little excited to check it out. But yeah, I was gonna see it later tonight, but I got pushed back because of the fatigue and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't even know when I'm gonna get to the stuff like I have to review. You know what I mean? So I will check it out because I saw the other movies, but I'll probably stream it.
Oi Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Is it crazy to say that Illumination is the new Disney? You might be like, what? The Minions guys? But look at the box office compared to everyone else. It seems like Chris Mellon, I always never know how to say his name, Meledandri, who, yes, that's what it is, Meledandri, inadvertently did the thing that the Fleischer brothers, Don Bluth and Jeffrey Katzenberg could not.
I disagree. Okay, but box office,
Sure.
In terms of quality,
but Care Bears beat Disney at the box office.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're the new.
Care Bears are now the new Disney. No.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think what they did, and I tried to talk about this a little bit, I think in the Super Mario review, or maybe Minions, I can't remember, but I was talking about it taps into something like an inner silly that a lot of kids really like to enjoy is the movement, the colors, even the dialogue and the ideas and stuff like that. It really, really hits on something that children really, really enjoy and like to rewatch over and over and over, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Like keep going, keep making money and entertain kids. That's wonderful. But in terms of like what Disney was trying to do, I mean, Disney was trying to push the envelope. It was trying to tell stories for kids and adults and stuff like that. I don't see Illumination doing that. Now, it's not to say they can't. But I don't think it's in the cards anytime soon. But I mean,
think right now they're more the Warner Brothers, like Looney Tunes,
yeah, I can
compared to
kinda
the
see that.
Disney, which is not because I love Warner Brothers cartoons, but it's aiming at a different kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Nostalgiaween 2024 for Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
I got requests for it before, but I haven't seen it. I'll try to check it out.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Newman, Putty, or Babu? Babu?
Oh,
Buddy, high
Buddy.
five.
yeah, I love
High
Buddy. It just, his delivery is so odd and strange and one of a kind. I just adore him.
Connor Davenport, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for Heather. Who's your favorite companion and reoccurring villains from Doctor Who? I'm partial to Captain Jack Harkness and the Autons. Oh man, I love Captain Jack. I mean, does River Song count as a companion? I love River. I actually am really partial to Donna as well. She's one of my favorite companions, Donna Noble. Villains? What is it? Is it the Silence? The ones where you they mark on their arms. Is that what they're called? The Silence? Love those guys. Super creepy. And Weeping Angels, probably.
I was going to say, no Weeping Angels? Okay.
Yeah. CM Sully, thank you for the 100 bits. Happy Food Coma Eve. Doug, for the next commercial special, could you talk about the Super Bowl that was taken over by the Tide ads? Or heck, even maybe do a top 11 Super Bowl commercials? Heather, I just want to say that I'm glad the Kelsifer's curse finally passed so you can enjoy some bacon again. Thank you.
I always say at some point I'm going to do a video about why Super Bowl commercials haven't been good for so long, and I never get around to it. Maybe this year I will, because it is interesting to talk about. Because I remember kind of the point when they did. I want to say it was like mid to late 90s, something like that. I think it was late 90s. But yeah, in terms of best ones, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to like really look at the list of best one. I mean, because there's so damn many. I mean, just the list goes on and on.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie The Big Sick?
I don't think I ever saw it. I'll try to check it out.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. This is part 1 of 2. Hey, Doug, not sure if you're going to review Wacko's Wish this year. If you do, it'd be funny if Malcolm and Tamara asked you about it and you try to blissfully deny it like there's no Animaniacs movie. Then Malcolm and Tam keep asking about it, saying if you like the Tiny Toons movie, surely you'll like this. And then there's more.
We'll wait for more.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. This is part 2 of 2. Then you scream while smiling. We do not utter the words Wacko's Wish and sully the Animaniacs' pure holy perfection in this household. But then after you review it, you think, well, maybe there was a bit more to it than I thought, like you have said in previous streams.
Woof.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for the script, but yeah, you'll just have to wait and see, won't you?
Porcupines are God, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts about Ridley Scott responding to critics' complaints about the accuracy of Napoleon? I haven't seen the movie, but I suspect it's another Man on the Moon situation. Why make up half a story if the real one is so good and interesting?
I will say this. I kind of agree with you, but I did like his line about how the French don't even like themselves.
Wow, and we just got rated by a French streamer.
I'm like, what a very like English thing to say. I was like, wow.
I haven't followed all that. I'll say the movie looks good. There are times where I think to make a story or make the idea of a story or a person it really resonate with people even more. I'm not against making up a few things. There's a lot of things in Ed Wood that didn't happen, but by God, it makes it such a better movie, and you feel like you understand the people more because of it. So I have to see the movie. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big Napoleon historian. I probably will be the person that goes, oh, so that happened? Okay, so...
I, however, will see.
Yes, Rob will be the one that can say whether or not something
I'll
helped.
be registering my disgust on the internet momentarily.
Hippozilla, thank you for the 100 bits. I know you don't take requests, but I think an NC review of the live-action Titanic or the Lord of the Rings trilogy would be neat.
I have them on the list. If I did Lord of the Rings, it would have to be like a theme month thing. Because actually, I do want to. I like talking about the Hobbit movie, so I haven't seen the last one. That'd be the one thing I'm like, oh, I gotta see that stupid last one, don't I? But I've talked about doing Titanic as well. All those are films I think would be interesting to talk about. I think I could add a unique enough point of view to it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite Michael Douglas movie?
Rob, you know what it is?
Michael Douglas?
Yeah. Oh, you're not thinking of the one?
Yeah, you go first.
Falling Down.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Falling Down.
that movie's great.
I don't know. I was blanking. I was thinking of all the more recent ones. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about Falling Down. Yeah, no, that's also one of Schumacher's best movies.
Yeah, I love
really ahead of its time.
I love watching that movie with people because they start to get really into it. Like, yeah, go get them. And then the more and more it's revealed, they're like, oh, maybe maybe I'm kind of the asshole here. I love a movie that does that. Like, makes you kind of cheer this guy on.
Well, it's because everybody has that.
Everyone has that relatability to it.
Well, that Karen moment where you're just like, you know what? I've had enough.
Yeah.
And then, like, when you realize, like a quarter of the way through the movie, like, oh, this guy, oh no. I'm like, oof, maybe I shouldn't think like that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the new Hunger Games movie and NC for the Hunger Games movie series?
Man, I like those films fine. They're good. I never got super into them. And again, I feel like if you're going to look back and really talk about those movies, you have to have a real passion for it. You have to be able to represent the excitement around it. And I don't think I'm the one to do that, even though I do like them. I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. I don't have a huge desire to see the new one. I did read the books because my wife read them. And I was like, yeah, I participated, and I just really haven't looked back since.
Modika, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi guys, great work on the commercial special this year. What are your thoughts on the trailer to Merry Little Batman? Doug, you didn't sound particularly enthusiastic last week, which surprised me since the animation style should be right up your alley, plus Cricket from It's Always Sunny is playing Joker.
I don't know. Maybe I gotta see it. Maybe I'll see it and the style will win me over and everything, but I don't know. I guess as soon as I see it's another one of those where it looks like a fake thing. It looks like this is what the tax write-off would be for Warner's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just forgot to cancel it. But I could be totally wrong. I could watch it and be like, oh, that's what they're trying to do. That's why this is funny and this works and everything. But just going off of the trailer, it didn't win me over.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, when you get to playing Telltale's The Walking Dead, please get the definitive edition. It has updated graphics and contains all 4 seasons in one game, so starting each season with your saved choices will be simple. Please write it down. It's called Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series.
Definitive. Well, that's easy to remember, so thank you so much.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Have y'all seen The Temptations? What are your thoughts, if so?
Like, just the
group, or
I've actually seen The Temptations live. They played at my college.
Is that what we're talking about?
I love the group.
I don't know. It says The Temptations. Both the and Temptations is capitalized.
I mean, that's
the film.
That's all
they're specifying the film.
It is a film. Oh, okay. God, this is terrible for me to say. It's a mini series. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do kind of remember this being advertised a long time ago. No, I haven't. It's man, it looks like it has good reviews and stuff. All right, I might check that out. Yeah, I won't mind.
Yeah, I might too.
Story.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Marvel is apparently casting the Silver Surfer as a female. I can't believe it either.
I guess it would help if I knew more about Silver. Wait, wasn't there a female Silver Surfer or no? I don't know. I know nothing about Silver Surfer.
I care way less about what race or gender they are and whether or not the writing's actually good.
Yeah.
That's generally where I stand.
I would 100% agree with that. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Fun fact, in the Mr. Bean TV intro, the choir is singing, and I'm about to be a bad Catholic and mispronounce this Latin, Ecce homo qui es faba, which is Latin for, here,
what did you call me?
Behold, the man who is a bean.
I always thought they were singing "Bean has cometh," and it's funny that the word "bean" still somehow works its way in there, even though it's in a totally different language. I think it's pretty funny.
Modica, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I will fly down to Chicago and personally give you my firstborn child if you promise to never play Telltale's The Walking Dead. Heather and Rob, you can have my secondborn if you make sure Doug keeps his promise with violence if necessary.
Oh, sweet. More free minions? I'll take it. Done.
Gotta be a civil war in the chat here all of a sudden. Well, everyone will just have to wait and see, won't they?
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, there's a Christmas animated short film called Second Star to the Left. It's another super nostalgic film to me, and I would love it if you checked it out and consider doing it for an NC.
I was gonna say Second Star to the Left, but oh no, that is what pops up. Okay, I thought it was just gonna be like the Peter Pan thing, but it's like no, there actually is a something that pops up here, or it's a book. Okay. Oh, there's some sort of.
There's a short film, an animated short film to it too. Noah Zinner has mentioned it before.
Okay. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. No, you know what? Yeah, somebody actually gave me this, so I do have it on.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, somebody actually gave it to me at a con. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I do have like the DVD of it. So yeah, at some point I'll check it out.
Modica, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Defunctlin's latest Epcot video? Apparently, it's quite divisive.
Oh, no, is it that time of the decade? Did he release a new one?
Yeah.
You know what though? He's earned that time though, because he put so
no,
much
the
effort.
last one was very good, but like, it's a long haul waiting for a new one to come out. I have not seen it yet. I'm subscribed to him, so it's another one where it's like it's an hour long or something. I'm just like, okay, I've got to find the time to like sit down. My wife enjoys it too, so we both have to like sit down at the same time and watch it.
Yeah, no, that's divisive is interesting. So again, that kind of
how could something about Epcot music be divisive?
I'm so curious.
How is that possible?
Well, we'll have to watch it and see. No, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to because I do really enjoy his stuff.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Dutch 1991? It's an underrated John Hughes Thanksgiving classic.
No, I remember. God, I remember when it was advertised.
Years ago in high school, I saw
it. Was it any good? Do you remember?
I remember it being fine.
Okay.
But like again, I was like 16, 17.
But when it comes to John
point,
Hughes,
that's a long, long time ago.
When it comes to John Hughes Thanksgiving films, my guess is I'm gonna prefer the other one, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'll like that one more. I'll try to check it out.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, can we get a clue to next week's NC review, please?
There was a clip of it in the commercial special, and on top of that, I kind of made a mistake this year. I kind of thought next week was December. It's not. So y'all are going to get a Christmas review week early. So there's that.
We're starting the season early, everyone.
Yeah, I know you're so not used to that Christmas coming early, like right after Thanksgiving. I know it's weird for y'all, but
you're going to have to adapt
we're gonna do that.
to the new paradigm.
Yes.
Hutners, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Doug, Heather, and Rob. I plan to take a vacation next week to Chicago, a vacation week to Chicago next summer, and was wondering if you had any recommended places to shop and have fun, plus safety tips.
I mean, safety tip, just like any other city, look both ways before you cross stuff.
Well, and honestly, most of the time, if you look like you know where you're going, people are just going to leave you alone.
So Chicago's like any city. Chicago's a city of neighborhoods, so it's just like if you're that worried about it, you can look up where the really high crime neighborhoods are. But I can't see you really getting lost into one of those neighborhoods because they tend to be on the periphery.
Right. Everyone has an idea. Everyone has an idea if you go to Chicago.
That the whole city is, and it's like bullshit.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna get cab, someone might rob you and stuff. It's like no, kind of like any place. If things aren't looking too hot or anything, maybe something's.
If you're downtown, it's completely fine. It's like Times Square, New York. Like it's touristy and like so I wouldn't worry. Places to go. I mean,
in terms of food, we always say Luminati's is amazing.
Pequod's.
Pequod's, hell yeah, Pequod's.
Yeah, Portillo's is fun.
You gotta just go to our museums. Field Museum, Art Institute.
The museums are all great. I'd say
Bean. Everyone sees the Bean.
Yeah, the Bean. We've got the Chris Kindle Mart.
Yeah. Well, they're coming in summer though.
Oh, they're coming in summer. Everybody does the Sears Tower, but go to the Hancock Building instead.
Yes, agreed.
It's
Yeah.
Go up to the bar, order a drink. It will be outrageously expensive for a cocktail, but it's still 1,000 times cheaper than going up to the observation decks in either tower.
And you still get an amazing view too.
Yeah, and you get get a spectacular view because it's literally like one floor below the observation deck tower,
Mhm.
and it's free. And you just can hang out there, talk, drink, do whatever you want.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Gran Turismo?
I never saw it. I heard it's really good, and it's so funny because when
I enjoyed it.
well, when I saw the trailer, it just you feel like you already saw the movie. Like, why?
Right.
I just know what's gonna happen and stuff like that. And everyone says no, it's actually a really sound flick. So I'll try to check it out. But that's a good reminder. Thank you for reminding me.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on The Fisher King?
Oh, I love it.
I
Oh my
love that
God.
movie. Yeah.
You know, whenever people talk about good Robin Williams performance, that's always one I kind of forget about it. Whenever I'm ranking them, I'm like, oh yeah, God, shit, he's so good in that movie, and Gilliam's directing is so great. I really love that one.
Modika, thank you for the 100 bits. NC recommendation, The Adventures of the American Rabbit. Now, I'll be honest, I've never seen this film and I have only a vague understanding of what it's about, but an animated children's film for the 80s with a title like that must have some review material.
It's really weird. I actually
We were-
saw it again because I grew up
yeah.
with that, like back in
too.
the 80s, and I hadn't thought about it. And Doug like brought it up, like, do you remember the American Rabbit? I was like, looked it up on YouTube and had like an acid flashback, and it's yeah, it's interesting.
It's is it? Because I thought it was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. It's this gorgeous animation. Like a lot of work is put into it.
It's
It
bizarre.
starts off like, where's this going? And it is just so boring so quickly.
It's got it's got I think it was like Canadian or something.
Yeah, it was.
So they explain a few things.
But I don't know. I might do a review because the stuff that's weird about it is fascinatingly weird. Like, that's the one interesting thing about it. So maybe at some point.
DJ Lol5, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, just saw Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, and it was a blast to watch. I know you don't enjoy Scream too much, but I think it's a really fun slasher and would definitely make you hungry for turkey, even in the gross out bits.
That's what I hear. I hear it's a lot of fun. I didn't know that was a one of the trailers in like the was it that Grindhouse double feature, and that Eli Roth directed that. So that makes me want to check it out even more. And everyone's saying it's great. So yeah, that's one I gotta take a look at.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. For both Doug and Rob, one has to go. Original classic Looney Tunes or original classic Animaniacs? Choose wisely.
I mean, you gotta give respect to your elders, right? I mean, without Looney Tunes, you wouldn't have
I would say Animaniacs just because they wouldn't exist without Looney Tunes.
Yeah, I agree. They're a bit more timeless. Well, not the racist stuff, but everything else. Very timeless. But aside from that, they're very timeless.
I mean, I wouldn't want to, I just one has to go. My reply is just always no.
Porcupines Are God, thank you for the 100 bits. With Steamboat Willie coming up for public domain next year, how fast do you think someone will make an extremely violent animated short as a middle finger to Disney? Instantly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, if it's
shocked.
like Happy Tree Friends, I'd be all over that.
I'm shocked. You know, those Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey people are already working on one right now.
Oh yeah, I bet people are already working on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Scream 7 is in trouble. The lead actress was fired for controversial comments on Twitter. Do you think this will seriously hurt the film once it gets released?
I just heard that. I don't follow Scream that closely.
Once again,
and
stay off Twitter.
and B, I don't know the comments that she made and stuff like that. But I will say, C, how many times have they switched main characters in those? I saw, what was it, 5 that came out? The one that had Jenna Ortega in it. And I don't remember who the hell the main character was. I remember Nev Campbell, and that's it.
Does it really
I think they're
matter
gonna
at this
be
point?
fine. Yeah, does anyone
Yeah,
really
it's like
care?
it's her and Dewey. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Schindler's List?
I mean,
I mean,
pretty
it's
solid.
next week. It's next week's review, so. No.
That's always. I think other people have caught on to us making that joke, and I have seen people do like title cards where I'm reviewing.
I've seen that too.
Oh my
Those
god.
are pretty funny.
They are.
I gotta come up with a new film now. Maybe Sophie's Choice.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, I
that's at cons whenever I ask what's the one review you won't do. It's like, well, Schindler's List.
But yeah, maybe we'll change it to Sophie's Choice.
Modika, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug and Rob, have you gotten to watch Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
Yeah, I liked it.
so
I
fun.
gotta still see that. Like, I really do want to see it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
The one scene, it's so funny because that bit of him with the little guitar, whatever, malfunctioning, we'll say that, with the big eyes, that was everywhere. I saw it. I knew it was coming. When he starts playing the thing, I already know it's coming. Still, when that scene hit, I laughed my fucking ass off. It was so funny the way they did it and the timing of it and the sound and everything. I love when, even when I know it's coming, it still makes me laugh. That raccoony thing from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
Same thing. I knew what the joke was going to be, but God, I laughed hard when I got to that part.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I've reached out to Dallas Fan Expo to request your presence. I have no idea if they've contacted you yet. If not, please look into it. Meeting you guys would honestly be the highlight of my year.
Cool. No, I haven't heard anything yet, but on top of that, I will say I really can't be looking for cons until like the fatigue thing is gone. It's a lot better. Like I've been doing pretty good this week and stuff, but there have been a few times just when it hits, it really is like I always say it's like running a marathon, but you're not out of breath. You just finished. You're not out of breath, but everything else is there. It's like you just ran a marathon. People are like, hey, let's go hang out. Hey, so let me talk to you about this. So, hey, let me ask you a question. Hey, can you drive here? It's like, it's still all the same exhaust, and your brain's exhausted and just kind of dead and stuff like that. So, yeah, I really should wait until this is like gone, which if things go right, I think it should be January because they say it lasts about 6 months. So, here's hoping.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. There's one more Home Alone film called Bone Alone. It's so insane. Please do an NC on it.
I think
That sounds like something Brad would review.
I think
Yes.
he did. I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, but is it? Are any of the McAllisters in it or anything? I don't know. Does that count? I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts.
DJ Lol 5, thank you for the 100 bits. What's your current favorite underrated movie that you recommend people watch?
Favorite underrated movie. Man, I'm trying to think. People talk about it sometimes, but it's still not enough, in my opinion, for how good it was. The remake of The Invisible Man, I thought was just spectacular.
I gotta watch that.
It was just such a brilliant idea, just done like to the absolute extreme of everything you can do with this idea. And like I said, I love any movie where I can watch it and I love hearing the audience gasp at a certain point and everyone knows the point. On that note, Exorcist 3, we just showed that to Tamara for the first time.
That's an amazing.
And same thing. It's a great movie, and there's one scene where everyone just, and it's so great to see every time.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I've seen some people arguing now that whatever you think of that film, it may be the best jump scare in cinematic history.
L Lover, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, hope you're doing well. I haven't seen the new commercial special yet as I've been busy. I have a quick question though. When/if you cover Disney's One Saturday Morning on ABC, will you do a re-review of Doug? Will you also cover Schoolhouse Rock? I would love to see you cover Jungle Cubs, one of my favorite lineup. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Thank you so much. It's one that we talked about maybe doing. They are getting tougher to do because they do take so much time. But I don't know. It's a possibility. I feel like if we did another one, it'd probably have to be like Adult Swim. That's one that somebody brought up. And we're like, oh shit, yeah, because we grew up with it. It's still going.
Yeah, that I can talk about.
Yeah, and we could all talk about it. So yeah, if we do another one, that would probably be the next one. After that, maybe.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Speaking of Schindler's List, I finally checked it out, and man, that movie is a punch to the gut with brass knuckles wrapped in barbed wire. You really feel the pain that those people went through during the Holocaust. It is a phenomenal film that I will never watch again.
Oh my god, I thought this was gonna get inappropriate for a second. It's like, man, that movie's a laugh, right? Like, oh god.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
I definitely read that one through. I saw that it started with, speaking of Schindler's List, I was like, oh god, what is this?
No, it is very, very good. It's funny. My favorite scene and my least favorite scene is at the end. I don't like the addition of him finally breaking down and saying, I could have saved more, because I don't think that happened. It kind of
Apparently, it didn't happen.
yeah, I know what they're doing. It just felt a little too Spielbergish for me, but I love after it with everybody setting the stone on the grave. I thought that was such a powerful.
That, I think, maybe the best scene in the movie. That was really fucking powerful.
Yeah, so I mean, spoilers, but again, you can just read history. But yeah, it is a very, very good film.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. So, I have a list of over 600 cliches that I hate. What I do like, though, is two opposing sides working together to defeat a common enemy.
And the Alliance of Convenience, Rob always called it.
Yeah, Alliance of
I like that too. Yeah, whenever that happens in something, I always love it.
Virtuous Sinner, thank you for the 100 bits. You don't have to review this on commercial reviews, but have you seen the Orangina furry commercials? They are amazing. You would be into it or confused.
Oh, how do you spell it?
So it's Orangina, it's a French thing. Orangina.
Don't tell Ridley Scott.
Oh, okay. So well, there's a drink.
Yes, it's a drink. So the commercial is, they said a furry commercial.
It's just. Let's
You're
get
you
in my
might have
search
to-
feed.
Doug, please, you did not just search Orangina furry.
Oh, I did.
Douglas!
Good job.
Oh, it's very French. I guess I should have put together. This is what I would get.
Doug.
Y'all. So
Damn it, France.
that's forever in my search history. So okay, all right.
There we go. Virtuous Sinner, thank you for the 100 bits. You don't have to. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. DJ Lol 5, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you see Poor Things in theaters? I think it looks weird and beautiful, and we'll definitely see it when it's out in good old Ireland.
I like that guy's films. That looked like something that I would be into. It looks up my alley. There's so many things. I'm getting like screeners for things that I really want to see in theaters. But I mean, like I said, just the fatigue mixed with the Disney Decembers. I have to get ready in time and stuff like that. I know it's going to delay me. So I'll probably just stream it. But I do want to see it in theater because it does look like it'd be a cool film to see on the big screen.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, maybe after you're done playing Spider-Man 2, you'll consider playing Telltale's The Walking Dead as your next palate cleanser game. It's one of my all-time favorite games and will probably be yours too.
I love to, but I'm getting death threats, man. No, we'll see. Well, we have a list of like ones to play and do and stuff like that. That is on the list, so we'll see.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. Better film studio logo fanfare, 20th Century Fox or Universal?
Oh, I like the 20th Century Fox. It may be because of like watching Star Wars as a kid, but
yeah, as soon as they got the one where it kind of goes around the logo, that was pretty cool. I really liked the Universal when they first went to CG, the do. I really like that one. There's always kind of a good feeling to
you
that
like
one.
doo-doo, huh?
I love doo-doo. Universal doo-doo. But
yeah, so Universal Dark Universe?
Yeah. That's good.
Wow.
The doo-doo universe. The doo-diverse. But yeah, it's I'm with her. I like the 20th Century Fox a little more.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Even though you didn't intend for the joke to still be relevant in your top 11 good Avatar episodes, you said to bring more comment ammo. Joss Whedon is overrated. It is still relevant.
Well, yeah, I guess now more than ever.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Someone pointed out a wild coincidence in movies. What is the most used cause of death for villains? Falling! Think about it. Palpatine, tons of Disney villains, Hans Gruber.
Yeah, no, honestly, that was gonna be
because it's a very non-gory way to take a guy out.
They just disappear. Or if it's Ninja Turtles 3, they
Or-
iris out.
or there's oftentimes a lot of epic battles. They like to take place on top of a big height.
Yeah.
So yeah.
DJ Lol 5, thank you for the 100 bits. I know it's Disney's 100-year anniversary, but I want to say that Robin Hood turns 50 and Brother Bear turns 20 as well. What are your thoughts on those films years later?
Well, we did a review of Robin Hood. You can
Robin
watch
Hood's
that.
amazing. Brother Bear is still meh.
But it starts off good. It starts off a good, solid movie, and then he just turns into a bear and it goes dumb.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you played the fan-made beat 'em up Streets of Fury? Nostalgia Critic is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the coolest fucking things ever. I'm not gonna lie. When they asked me to do that, it was really fun. And Malcolm was really good because they would say the name of these moves, and it's like I play fighting games, but I don't know the names of any of the moves. So he knew what they were all called and stuff like that. So he would kind of act them out for me, and then I would do like the move and everything. So I was really glad he was there when I was filming that. No, that was I don't know. Since I was a little kid, I always thought that'd be so fucking cool to be in like a video game somewhere. And I think I'm in like 3 now. So that's like really, really fucking cool.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, out of all the anime shows you have on your list to watch, I highly recommend bumping Digimon as the next one. I know on the surface it doesn't look like much, but unlike Pokemon, it evolves the characters and world in a compelling way.
Well, I've heard the theme song enough. I'm not even kidding. I have like recording it that I will just listen to over and over because it's so addictive. Maybe at some point. I want to see Dragon Ball first. Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Honestly, I really want to see those. Doing the Toonami review years ago and then Dragon Ball Evolution. I was actually like, I kind of want to see this show. I'm not gonna. I always kind of associate with not my thing, but the more I kind of see bits of it and hear the story and everything, I do kind of want to check it out.
DJ Lol5, thank you for the 100 bits. What scene in a movie/series made you laugh so hard, even though it tried so hard to be either emotional or serious?
Oh, Dobby's Dobby.
Dying.
Yeah, what was it? The second to last Potter movie.
Oh, wow, spoilers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, whatever. It's the way that Daniel Radcliffe is like trying to be so serious, and I'm just like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And like, God bless that poor guy. He's like giving it his all, but I'm like, you can't just say like, Dobby, no. It's Mr. Bolton. It's just, I just lost it.
For me, it's probably Darth Vader shouting no in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, I was warned about it going in. I think I took my girlfriend at the time to go see it. And both of us, I think she howled first. And then I followed. And then just the whole theater started laughing. It didn't go over. I don't think that was the intent Lucas was looking for.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. I was rewatching The Incredibles 2 and noticed there were 2 instances where Mrs. Incredible mimicked scenes from the first Fantastic Four movie. She slips her hand underneath the door to unlock it, and the villain uses cold to limit her powers. I remember people criticizing Fantastic Four for that. I was wondering if you guys noticed hypocrisy in films.
I mean, like Fantastic Four, for all the problems, freezing the guy was not an issue.
Yeah.
No, I thought. I mean, I don't know, kind of in a comic booky way, I think that makes sense. So, yeah, I didn't have a problem with that.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. Which swashbuckler film do you like more, The Mask of Zorro or The Princess Bride? Princess Bride. Come on now. Come on, guys.
I'm going Princess Bride.
You know, I'm going to say Mask of Zorro.
Oh, it's just because of Catherine Zeta-Jones. Don't lie. Don't you even dare.
It's half that. The other half is that in Princess Bride, I always get to a point. It's right after Humperdinck takes the princess back and stuff like that. And I kind of know the movie's going to slow down for a bit. Like it'll get good again, but there's just sort of an area where I'm like, this is still good, but man, there's a momentum going that kind of drops at that point. And I feel like Mask of Zorro has that good momentum throughout the whole thing, even though I think it's kind of a long movie. So if you're like, what would you rather put on right now, watch all of, it would be Mask of Zorro for me, honestly. But they're
Doug's
both
views do not necessarily represent my own.
Same.
They are his.
And
they are wrong.
And Zeta-Jones. I mean, come on. Now, who's got a name in Princess Bride you love to say? Okay, Andre the Giant. That's fair. It's a cool name to say, but it's still not like Zeta-Jones, man. Not like Zeta-Jones.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 100 bits. Another great commercial special in the books. They're what got me hooked on NC in the first place, so I always look forward to them. Love that you came full circle with the My Pet Monster commercials.
You know, I'm really glad to hear that because I kind of thought, like, because again, with the fatigue, my energy, that whole day, I was just half energy. Like, I think somewhere I literally have footage of Rob getting ready to do the shot. I'm supposed to run down this hallway, and I'm literally just kind of sleeping like this. I open my eyes and there's Rob looking at me. I'm just like, hi. And he's like, welcome back. So I was really half energy and I was really afraid it was going to show in the special. So I'm glad people seem to like it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. I love Pedro Pascal as an actor, but I really don't like the idea of him being Mr. Fantastic. Instead of getting no-name actors in these roles and building them up, the studio is basically saying they don't trust the material itself to get people to the theater. It's the Mario movie situation all over again.
Well,
You know,
that's always generally the case with Hollywood, but also, like, I thought the Mario movie wasn't that bad. I thought it was pretty
No,
good. So.
yeah.
No, and here's the thing. If you told me maybe just after Mandalorian, like that was his big breakout role or whatever, you told me he's going to play Mr. Fantastic, I'd be like, really? But after seeing him play all these roles that I kind of went really to, and he just knocked them out of the park, and I just saw the people, I'm kind of on board. I'm kind of like, let's see what role he'll get where he finally can't do it.
I think he's a chameleon. I like him in almost anything.
He's a chameleon, but he doesn't change his face at all. That's what's so
that's what
he looks exactly the same. So no, if you told me, like I said, around the time Mandalorian, I maybe would agree with you, but every role he's done, I only see the character. I don't see him. So right now, I'm on board with it. I want to see what he brings to it now.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. One of these has to go. Prince of Egypt, Shrek 2, Puss in Boots 2.
Honestly,
I'm gonna get rid of Shrek 2. Hell yeah, Rob, we're on the same frequency tonight. Let's go.
Don't you Mr. Puss in Boots 2 is the greatest thing I've ever seen. You gotta go see it, Rob.
But
and
without Shrek,
drag me to that, and now you're gonna be like, Shrek 2.
But without Shrek 2, we wouldn't have Puss in Boots 2.
Shrek 2 walks so Puss in Boots could prance.
Scratch. I'll say Shrek 2. But I don't want to lose any of them.
Yeah, again, the correct answer is no. Where am I? Why is this an option? What life choices led me to the point where somebody pointed a gun to my head and said, drop one of these?
Stillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. Are there any Tarantino movies that you'd like or be open to reviewing on NC?
I don't know how well I'd be able to do it or talk about it and stuff, but there's two. They're my two favorite. One is Django Unchained, and that's one where I'm just like, I mean, as much as I could talk about it. The other is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Both of those, and more Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, really kind of did something different with kind of filmmaking that was like I've seen tapped upon in other films, but not quite to that extent. And I like films where when I see them, I don't know what to think afterwards, and then they kind of sit with me more and more, and I'm like, yeah, no, I really fucking like this movie. I love this movie. Where Django, as soon as I was done watching, I'm like, that's a great movie. I love this film. So probably that one. Probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That'd be the one.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 300 bits. So I saw a really bad Chuck Jones cartoon where Elmer is a hotel manager and hires Daffy. They have guests who threatens to beat up Elmer if he is disturbed, and of course Daffy keeps bothering him and keeps hitting Elmer. I understand slapstick has to have someone suffer, but he didn't do anything wrong to be the one hurt. If they wanted to do it right, Daffy should have been the one to beat up every time he bothered the guy, not Elmer.
I know the one you're talking about. I love the shit out of that cartoon.
It reminds me of that Disney cartoon where Donald Duck's like trying to ride a bike and Chip and Dale fuck with him the whole way. Yeah. And when he finally gets his revenge, Daisy's having none. It's like, how dare you? And like cuddles them on the way out. And I'm like, wow. Like Donald was being perfectly reasonable. These chipmunks were just assholes, and he gets shit on for it.
No, and I know what you're talking about. My argument against it is that there are more than enough cartoons that do that, where somebody who deserves their comeuppance gets their comeuppance. Every once in a while, I think it's just funny to see bad things happen to good people.
Wow.
If you want the truth. And I think that's the thing about Daffy in the old days. He was anarchy. He was chaos. And a lot of people aren't doing anything. Porky was the same way. He was just trying to do his job or whatever. And Daffy would just... Woody Woodpecker, same thing. Half the time the people aren't doing anything. Here's just a little bit of chaos. And it's just funny. And it is cruel. But
Book of Job was your favorite book of the Bible, I take?
It's the most funniest book in the Bible. I mean, everyone can agree on that, right? It's hilarious.
Hilarious. Mad Dog Air Pirate, thank you for the 100 bits. One of the films that I think you and I both really love is The Secret of Nim, which of course had a terrible sequel. Do you think there would be any interest in a sequel redo, scrub the bad one, or do you think the first movie should stand alone and nothing needed to be added?
Uh,
I think the first should just stand alone.
yeah, I'm sure there's some way you could do either a prequel or a sequel to it, but I mean, nothing's jumping out at me as like this is the obvious thing. It's such a good standalone film. I think because there's so much mystery before it, and there's so much mystery after it. What's going to happen with that stone? What's going to happen with the rats? Well, how are they going to evolve? Are they going to evolve? Are they going to fall into the same, problems as before? So that's what I like about it. There is still that great mystery there that I don't want to know more about. It's kind of like, you can make a sequel in 2001, and they did with 2010, and it can be fine, but part of the intrigue is that mystery, I feel like.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie Little Miss Sunshine?
Oh, I love it. I watched it
enjoy
again.
it, yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I liked it when it came out. I didn't love it, and then I watched it again, and I'm just like, shit, I think I love this movie. This movie's great.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Will Ferrell movie Semi-Pro?
I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it. It doesn't look like a movie I would enjoy, but I could be wrong.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Which hand-drawn film from Warner Brothers are you looking forward to more? Fixed or The Day the Earth Blew Up?
I'm not aware of. Wait, no, somebody brought Fixed before. I think. I think I saw like a poster for it or something. And I don't know about the other one, so I don't know. I gotta wait till I see a trailer. I guess in terms of title, I mean, The Earth Blowing Up's a pretty good title.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Nostalgiaween on The Witches 2020.
Maybe I don't have that much of a passion to talk about. I have much more of a passion to talk about the original. The remake's not good. I didn't think it was quite as awful as everybody said it was, but it is. The reason it's bad is all the reasons you would think it's bad.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, speaking of Chaplin and birds and bees, do your cats make those clicky, chirpy noises at birds/animals outside?
Yeah, well, what I love is that Chaplin got right away. Anyone that doesn't have a cat, they make cat, but it's like hard to replicate. And Buster is always trying to do it, but he just gets out meows. He's like, and like you can tell he's like he sees Chaplin doing. He's like, I want to do that, but all I can get out is meows. So that's pretty funny.
Burnsy, thank you for the 100 bits. This Saturday, I'm screening the movie Basketball by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Have you reviewed it?
It's basketball.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, they spelled it correctly. I said it incorrectly.
I enjoyed that movie. I haven't seen that one in a long time, though.
I remember when it came out, it just got really panned. Everyone said it was bad. Even they kind of disowned it and stuff like that. And now, like, more and more people are saying it's, like, really funny. It was like Zoolander. That's another one where people were just disowning, I want no part of that. And then, like, it got a following, and it's really funny, apparently, and I completely missed it. So, yeah, at some point, I'll check it out.
Connor Davenport, thank you for the 100 bits. Same question for Rob. Favorite companion and reoccurring villain from Doctor Who?
I really do like Sarah Jane. I do like Rose. I like the way they kind of made her like the Messiah or something. Was a little weird, but the favorite recurring character or villain, I probably just got to go with the Master, honestly.
That's a good choice. Good choice. At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. NC for Bound.
We're gonna show Tamara that movie.
Yeah, that's another movie that we have we have something like 6 movies we got to show. Maybe we can do a movie night with a couple because I have you seen that too, Heather?
No, I haven't.
It's the Wachowskis before The Matrix, and it's just hands down their best movie. I mean, easily, and it's so good. It's suspenseful. It's a great style.
It's like a kinky mob thriller. Like
it's so good. And in terms of an NC review, I don't know. I don't think it'll be that long a review because it's just something where you kind of say what's good about it, and it just kind of repeats throughout the whole thing. It's like it's a good suspense, and obviously a little erotic too. But I mean, like it's mostly suspenseful, and it does it well. And that's kind of all you can say about it. You just have to see the movie and experience on your own. I don't think I could get it across. Maybe like in a section of them where I think I did like top 11 like Strangest Couples or something like that. And I put those two in there. And, like that kind of feels right. Like top 11 blank and talk about the movie there. That's about the most I think I could get out of it. I don't know if I could do like a whole 20-minute review out of it.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, you did rate TV intros before. Still planning on doing more?
No, only because it's another one that took a lot of energy out of me. They were very fun and people really liked them, but it just took too much time to do. And my energy is only getting less and less as I get older.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for that 41-month subscription.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Appreciate that. Hey, guys, want to hear a really dark joke?
Yes.
Well, turn off your lights first. Ha! Got him.
Ah.
Indeed.
I'm not dignifying that with a response.
Bernsey, thank you for the 666 bits. Napoleon would be great if it contained 7 coalitions over decades. Alien director Ridley Scott made a 4-hour one, but it got cut to 2.5 hours. Will Doug or Rob or Heather watch the Spielberg Kubrick series? I think it will be on HBO.
Oh, I'm super curious about the Spielberg Kubrick series. You better believe I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, I forgot about
Well, can we put Kubrick in quotes though? I mean,
Yeah,
when you've been dead for 20 years. It's...
AI was such a Kubrick movie, kind of thing. Like, it's kind of gave the polar opposite to a director to bring something to life, but I don't know. I guess he wanted to do it a couple times. So I'm curious about all that.
Monster Society, thank you for the 200 bits. Weird question, but what's your favorite scary clown in all of media?
It's not
That face
Yeah.
in The Exorcist.
oh, the Joker face. The
No, just in the original, in the dream sequence, just that face that
oh,
pops up
the
for a second.
Pazuzu face.
Yeah. Outside of that, I'll say Art the Clown. I think he's very funny, but also very, very scary.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Since Sony apparently won't let Marvel use Black Cat in the MCU, what's your backup idea for the next Spider-Man film?
Oh, isn't that all they're doing? Backup ideas?
What do you mean? Madam Web is top of the list. No.
It's so funny because I see that getting a lot of hate. I just know nothing about the character. Like I said, I saw a picture. I'm like, if you show me her, I recognize her. But I'm like, is this her backstory? I have no idea what this is. I just know people that really like the character do not like that trailer. So yeah, I don't know. How about a Spider-Man villain with Spider-Man? Why is that such a weird idea? Yeah, create a different Spider-Man. You already had 3. Yeah, 4 if you count the Spider-Verse ones and stuff. So it's like, why not do, why not make another one?
Sean Doctor, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, great commercial special, but if you really want to know Canada, there's a bunch of Molson Canadian ads you missed, including the one called The Rant. Maybe for next year?
A lot of cans of Molson I missed.
Yeah. I will try to check that out.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, would you consider for a future Twitch stream a tier list for legacy sequels, i.e. Bill and Ted 3, Top Gun 2, Color of Money, Ghostbusters 3? Maybe, but that'd be a little difficult to kind of pick and choose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I don't know, because I feel like that's more of a recent thing, so maybe it wouldn't be too many. I don't know. It's not that bad idea. I know you're concerned that it might be too many, but
I just worry it'd be like apples and oranges. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but just put them in tier. Doesn't mean one's
right. Yeah.
Well, an S tier, which one's the best? It's like
That's a thought.
just put an S. Yeah, that's the thought to it.
Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. I was just watching Old Nostalgia Critic. My goodness, those glasses are tiny and crooked as hell.
Yeah. Oh man, my favorite. I had a really bad habit. I would pull at my beard. I would pull beard hairs out, and I love. I think it's like Masters of the Universe. I think where just half this side of the beard is just not there. This connects to the beard, and then this one there's this huge gaping hole there. So yeah, that was a bad habit I had back then. Now it's just going white and you can't see it at all. So yeah, that works out fine.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. How would you rate No Time to Die 2021?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't flawless or anything, but and for someone that didn't get into the Daniel Craig movies at first, I feel like they really slowly won me over, and by the time I got to the end, I'm like, okay, no, this was good. I finally see what was going on here, and this was really solid.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I think Quantum of Solace was the low one from that.
Yeah, that
series.
was pretty boring.
Oh,
yeah.
that was the worst one.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jeremiah, almost in the same vein. Thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, who is the sexiest James Bond? Oh, the questions you ask me.
Not gonna ask the other two ladies here, are we?
Maybe Pierce Brosnan. He's such a cutie pie in those James Bond movies.
I mean, he's one of my, like, I don't know, like, top 3. Like I really like him. I thought.
I like Brosnan a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's no Timothy Dalton. He can be.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. TikTok has become the place to hate on Wish. People are saying it feels AI generated and that the villain song sucks, but when you actually watch the film, it works in the context of the film. Those seem to be the only reasons why people won't go see it. It's frustrating to me.
I mean,
I will say the character design animation is not really making me want to see it.
You know what it is? Because some people were saying the textures, the watercolor textures, they didn't like. And maybe I see it on the big screen, but I thought that looked fine. But I'm with you. The design of the characters don't match that style.
Yeah, no, I'd rather they just be hand drawn than in the foreground because I'm much more about the backgrounds and I think look great.
Yeah, so if they could do. I think it just can't be that traditional Disney style. They have to do something a little different. That would be somewhere you kind of go to anime or Miyazaki or something and be like, okay, why do these blend together so well? Or even like Lilo and Stitch, I thought that style kind of blended okay and stuff like that. Like they'd have to do some experimentation with that, but I think they want the Disney style, that we want it to look like Frozen and stuff like that. So, but again, I could be wrong. I could see it and totally disagree. We'll see.
Thank you for hype train number 2, chat. Once again, we are thankful for you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mumra, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the new Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan Karate Kid movie coming in December of 2024? Do you think Cobra Kai Season 6 will lead into it and finally connect all characters and universes? What do you want to see happen in it?
I mean, I wanted them to do that in the show. I really thought, even though I liked the guy they introduced this past, I shouldn't say introduced, but, brought to the cast this past season. It did work out very well. I wanted to either be Hilary Swank or I wanted to be Jackie Chan. So that is something where if they're gonna do it, I want to see it done because I liked that newer Karate Kid movie. I have no idea why it's called the Karate Kid. There's no karate.
You mean the Kung Fu Kid?
Yeah, exactly. But I thought it was really good. So I like the idea of them existing in the same universe. And I think Jackie Chan especially has really come a long way with his acting and stuff like that. I mean, he's always been a good actor. His English acting, I should say, has really come a long way. So I love to see those two cross paths.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Next Nostalgiaween, could you please review one of the Scream films or at least Scary Movie?
Maybe, I don't know. If I'm gonna do one, I'll do Scary Movie because I feel like I could talk about the comedy in that movie with a little bit more detail. Scream is just exactly what it is. I mean, it's like kind of a satire of slasher films while still being a slasher film.
It's kind of critic-proof even.
Yeah, I mean, and it isn't my thing. Brad talks about it. I think he's reviewed a few of those movies. So he's more the one to talk to about it or watch his reviews on it because he can review them with a real passion because he loves slasher films. And I only like slasher films that do something like really different, like really, something like, Terrifier and stuff like that, or like Sleepaway Camp is just so bizarrely different. I love something Candyman. Those are the ones I really like. The ones like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff. They're good. I just don't get into them.
TDI Charlie Brown, thank you for the 100 bits. If you want another suggestion for Disney-cember, here's the ABC shows like Boy Meets World, Home Improvement, Once Upon a Time, and everyone's favorite, Desperate Housewives.
My wife got on a big kick with watching Boy Meets World, so I did watch all of that finally, and I am going to do a Disney-cember of that next year. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll look into some of those other shows too.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. You fellas have any songs living in your head rent-free right now? I've only recently discovered the band Megadeth and Holy Wars. The Punishment Due is my latest obsession. It's just a pure, concentrated adrenaline shot in the form of music and also kind of topical today.
I don't know. It's weird. brain's been filled so much with like work and catching up because of the fatigue and stuff like that. Yeah, and nothing too much is. I mean, I guess someone brought up Digimon before, so now that's in my head right now. But yeah, aside from that, I guess not.
Olivia, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you go, Heather.
Olivia Rodrigo's newest album has a couple of living in my head rent free right now. Perfect All American Bitch has been constantly going through my head.
Good title.
Yeah.
So somebody mentioned on my Facebook somebody they thought was truly the mediocrest president, and because of that, I got that
The
damn
Simpsons song.
Simpsons song in my head. You know, we are the mediocre presidents. Won't find our faces on dollars or on cents. What was it? There's Taylor, there's Tyler, there's Fillmore, and there's Hayes. There's William Henry Harrison. I died in 30 days. Like, it's just been running in my head. I'm like, God damn it.
That's funny.
Love that. Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, Doug, Rob, rank all 4 Toy Story films best to worst.
2, 1, 3, 4.
3, 4, yeah.
That would be exactly what I would say too. Great. Hutners, thank you for the 100 bits. Thanks for the recommendations for Chicago. Now for the question for Doug. Do you plan to do game reviews that are non-Disney-cember?
Oh, I don't know. You know, the same reason I kind of stay away from Let's Plays. I think I'm just way too behind the game on it. And, you know, like a Disney-cember review, like, worked out fine and stuff like that. But let me put it this way. If I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it as, like, Nostalgia Critic or anything like that. You know, I would do it kind of like in that Disney-cember style. And that would have to be something, again, probably after Nostalgia Critic wraps up. I would do that.
Court Jester VA, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, big fan of your work. I'd love to know if you plan on bringing back the deep dives. I found them both entertaining and informative, my personal favorite being Jim Carrey, and I'd love to see you do more.
Career Dive, I think is what it's called. But nobody watched them. Everybody loved them, but nobody watched them. So, yeah. Again, we have sponsors and videos and stuff like that, and we want them to get their money's worth too. They're paying good money for that. So, yeah, it's a mix of stuff between what I want to do and also what we think will get hits. You know, it's a balance of that, and those just got no hits, sadly.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Oh, I like them. Yeah, but very,
I
very
love that
funny.
show.
I guess they had some sort of a new movie or something. And yeah, the guy who played Frylock, I'm blanking on his name, but he was at a convention. I did a panel with him, and he really is that guy. He's just really laid back and just like all, you know, he's like Frylock, but just he never worries about a damn thing. He's just kind of talking common sense and just laid back and really cool. And yeah, no, he was a really cool guy.
Dante, thank you for that 44-month subscription.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow?
Going to my dad's place with the rest of the family.
Yeah, this weird thing, just spending time with family and eating. It's pretty, you know, I like to say it's pretty boring, but I think like everybody's family, if you gotta spend time with your family, it's never quite that boring. You almost wish it was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're just staying here, and it's going to be a small group of 4 for me. Me, Lucas,
All
my
right.
mother-in-law, and my brother-in-law.
First 2 subjects right before dinner: politics and religion. You first.
Perfect. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie Drowning Mona?
I never saw it. That's another one I heard very mixed things when it came out. But I should probably sit down and watch the whole thing because I heard it's kind of a fun, dark comedy.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Have y'all seen Man of Honor?
Boy, it sounds familiar. Hold on. Man of Honor movie. I remember this poster. I don't remember it getting like the best reviews or anything. But I don't remember people hating it either. No, I never saw a lot of people in it. I'll try to check it out at some point.
King Croker to Rob's thing. He just said, just say Jesus for president and you're fine. No one's going to disagree. Disney Knowledge, thank you for gifting that sub to Crushed Level. Really appreciate that. Thank you. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite reality show?
Probably Hell's Kitchen. You know what it is? I like reality shows that are also game show. If it's a game show, then it's like, okay, is it really reality? Because it's just obviously you gotta pick and choose with the editing and stuff like that. They're trying to reach towards a goal. People are eliminated and stuff. And Ramsey is so entertaining, and you can tell that's what he really thinks. He just turns it up, but I like he has those real moments of humanity in the show too. He's just so fascinating to watch. Whether he plays it up or he's really himself, either way, he's crazy entertaining.
I will say that, but I will also say on the flip side, the Great British Bake Off.
Oh, God.
Because it's so fucking nice.
It's a delight.
The opposite end.
Davey, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I have a Disney fanscription idea for you. This is my Christmas wish. What if Coda's mother didn't die in Brother Bear? For Rob, a Marvel fanscription. What if Bryan Singer directed X-Men The Last Stand?
Well, that is...
still boy, Last Stand. I don't know, because I like the first two X-Men movies enough, but I don't love them. I still say the best one ever made was First Class.
I agree.
It's the only goddamn X-Men film with energy.
Yeah.
And that's something Bryan Singer lacked. He's got no energy to his direction. The worst being like Superman Returns.
And in terms of Brother Bear, nobody's going to click on that, man. And I don't get into the movie that much either, so probably not, but I'll run it past Walter.
Monster Society, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I have to know what you think of the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer, please.
I'm looking at, like, what is this, like the freeze ray from Batman and Robin? Well, why is this interesting? Right? But the dialogue about like freezing to death and what happens and the chill and how it's connected to death and everything, that kind of got me a little bit more excited for it, because I'm kind of like, all right, they're making like feeling cold like kind of creepy. Like that was legit some good writing. So we'll see. I'm not like super excited for it, but that writing, that little monologue, for lack of a better way of putting it, has some chills.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of Afterlife, so I guess I'll just have to wait and see.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Glory? It's definitely Matthew Broderick's best film, in my opinion.
I thought he was decent in that.
He's fine. I like the movie. I'm not a huge... I think my favorite movie with him in it is probably War Games, where I think I enjoy watching him.
But I remember it being good. It's one of those I remember Denzel being, I mean, like he always is, like just fucking phenomenal in it. But I just remember him as particularly standing out in that.
Yeah,
movie.
No, he's amazing in it.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. What does each of you look for in a good horror movie?
Be scary.
Yeah.
That's a very rare thing for me, to be scared in a horror film.
Be scary. I tend to like slashers are fine, but I tend to like horror films that like talk about more, like have a little bit more of a psychological edge other than just be scared because there's some guy with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you think of most recent Bob's Burger episode where Mr. Fischoeder takes Bob to the secret island? Personally, I liked how it was a bit edgier by the show's usual standards.
I liked it.
Oh my God, that was the first one I've liked, I think, since episode 1. that I really, really liked. I thought it was funny.
Because people always ask, who's your favorite character? And it always switches. I'm like, sometimes it's Louise, sometimes it's Tina, sometimes it's... Yeah, and I realize every time Fischoeder is in an episode, I just immediately smile, get the biggest smile. I'm like, I think it's him. I think he's my favorite character.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. There was a good additional scene in the Mrs. Doubtfire musical where Lydia confronts her father over his charade and says, when you're Mrs. Doubtfire, you get to see your kids, but we don't exactly get to see our dad. We're seeing a character. I thought that was an interesting line that would have fit well in the original film.
Oh, snap. Yeah, actually.
I agree. Yeah, that's actually a very good line. Very good point. Tony from Hack the Movies did a review of that.
It's so funny how like he was saying a lot of the things we were.
He was saying a lot of the same thing, but he definitely really hits on.
Like they did it separately, but
I guess we can't talk about it too. But I mean, like just how like. I guess back in the day, people were more open and sympathetic to what he was doing and stuff, because comedy and heartfelt, but like it is messed up.
Yeah.
It is like
honestly, when I saw the movie originally, I've been arguing for years. I'm like, yeah, he's kind of a psychopath.
Yeah. So I'm glad there's more and more attention on that, but people also get why it's supposed to be heartfelt, why it's supposed to work and stuff. But it's like, yeah, it's like if you even like push the tiniest bit, it's kind of messed up.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Seriously, guys, how have I only now heard the adventures of Prince Ahmed? It looks unbelievable, and it was made all the way in 1926, preceding Snow White. How can such a spectacle be so obscure, guys?
Oh, it's out there. Whenever you talk to like animation historians, they always
I'll
talk
tell
about it. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much talk to. Let me put it this way: if they don't bring it up as soon as you mention it, an animation historian is gonna know what it is, kind of thing. But yeah, it's in most good animation history books.
Darth Payne, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Channel Awesome. You made another hilarious commercial special. I also liked your Cartoon Network Bumpers episode and would like to see a review of MTV's. Another episode idea, your top 11 favorite Venture Bros episodes in honor of the show ending.
Yeah, I gotta see that new movie that came out. I guess
Yeah,
it's
I
only
do
on
too.
Blu-ray. I gotta see that because I am caught up on that. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the. I think I even made a joke. I'm like, a new section, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll ADD to something else. And it did okay. Maybe I will. I'd like to do the Nickelodeon ones next, and then maybe the MTV ones. But yeah, those were fun to do.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Steven Spielberg movie Duel?
Oh, it's
I love
great.
that movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was him like on form before he was even really Steven Spielberg, the director.
Yeah, he was kind of like I don't want to say risque, but he was like the breath of fresh air, like in cinema. Like, this guy's going to be the next Hitchcock. And it's like, sometimes he goes back to that, but he does play it safe a lot. But he makes up for it in spectacle. So I feel like it kind of balances out. But yeah, there was that real excitement early on where people really were like, man, we got the next Hitchcock here, kind of thing.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for Rob. What is your favorite episode of the DuckTales reboot?
Who? I like this. I like the stuff where you first see the nephew's mom on the moon, mostly because I am one of those people who obsessed over the moon theme from the video game, and it was great to just hear a full orchestra playing that. Yeah, no, I can't think of like one episode that sticks out like that's my favorite. I overall just enjoyed the entire series. I thought it was very well put together.
Dark Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello again, everyone. Got a fun hypothetical question. You get $1 million, but in every live action movie or TV show that you watch, all the actors and actresses are replaced with random people that you personally know. Would you take the $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a hostage situation where they're held at gunpoint? They have to be. Well, in that case, no. It'd be $2 million, but still.
What would you do for $1 million?
Bat Dance, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I wanted to ask you this question. Which movies have you softened towards more over time? The Raimi Spider-Man films or the original Lion King? I know you initially had different reactions towards both in your youth, but over time you've grown an appreciation for them.
Oh, probably the Raimi Spider-Man. Lion King I always liked, and I did like just enough the Raimi Spider-Mans, but I will say with the passage of time and that we got so many comic book movies, I saw more the uniqueness of them and kind of the original way they captured the voice of the Spider-Man comics. So I did appreciate those more. Where Lion King, I feel like I've had the same thought all these years later, but it's good. It's still an epic, massive movie. I just hope for people to say like, this is the Disney film, the best. I'm always like, best? I don't know. It's I'm still kind of on the fence about that, but yeah, no, I'm always gonna have a soft spot for it. When I think of like nostalgic, like childhood, going to see a movie on the big screen, and everyone really getting into it, like that's one of the ones I think of, like that, Jurassic Park, films like that.
Dark Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. As a near diehard Kingdom Hearts fan, I gotta say, I'm amazed you enjoyed the games as much as you did, as several of my friends who were introduced late just never could get into those games. So thank you for loving my all-time favorite video game series.
I'm not shocked when somebody can't get into it. It took me a while to figure out kind of what the feel for it. Well, I knew it was anime and Disney characters, but I mean, just the style is very unique, and it really took me a while to be like, how does this work? What's the story here? Well, what's this character? What's going on with this character and stuff? But once you kind of, it's kind of like Edward Scissorhands. Like, why does he have the giant block of ice? It's just kind of the style, and once you accept the style, you can really enjoy it. So I'm not shocked when somebody can't get into it. But yeah, I had a good time with them.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. If you could be with any fictional character, who would it be? For me, it's the criminally underrated Kida from Atlantis, The Lost Empire. She is the best Disney princess turned queen. She is strong, funny, super smart, to being able to speak every language and saved her entire civilization. Take that, Elsa.
Jessica Rabbit. Oh wait, when you said
be with, yeah, I mean, what are we counting as be with?
I think you know, Ho Wink. No.
I mean, I don't know because it's going to be two very different answers. I mean, how do we answer? Do we answer like, hey, to be with, or yeah, to be with, you know, kind of thing? Like, what?
I mean, it sounds like they would be your wife.
Okay. Man. I don't know. You know, I used to say Belle, but Tiana's really growing on me. I like the workaholics. So, yeah.
I would easily go with Tiana over Belle. And
yeah. Like, I don't know.
Belle gets her library and she just seems done. I'm like, she was right. She wanted more than the provincial life. Apparently, she wanted just a big castle.
I mean, that's a pretty big life.
I wouldn't mind Jasmine because I like to travel and I'd have a flying carpet. So.
Modicut, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, since you like Nicholas Hoult, what do you think of him most likely getting the role of Lex Luthor in Superman Legacy?
Ooh. I didn't know that. That'd be awesome. Holy shit. The only thing, I mean, I guess he's gotten a little older. I'm kind of sick of young Lex Luthors. I know why they do it, so that people can, you know, you can use them for a long time and stuff like that. But I don't know. I want like you know, I want like a guy like in his 40s or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't know that. He'd knock it out of the park, everything. He would bring like his own unique flavor to it as well. Yeah, I'm totally down for that.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, Rob, how about an impromptu round of scenes from a hat? Let's start with an easy one. Very bad parental advice.
I can't.
Don't have kids.
Don't have kids. Great.
I'll go with that.
Fantastic. Orlando, oh, I just read that. Sorry. At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Which was better, Babylon or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I didn't see Babylon yet. I want to because that's another one that's really divisive, and I like watching divisive movies. My guess is I'm gonna like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood more from what I've heard about Babylon, but I do really want to see it.
Mark Creation Studios, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, after seeing your newest video on commercials, I've got to ask, have you played Doki Doki Literature Club or ever plan on playing on Twitch? I'd love to see you play it.
I have watched playthroughs and definitely reactions.
The Game Grumps one.
Yeah, that one was very funny. You know, and that was enough. I mean, is there any point in playing it once you see a playthrough? You know what I mean? I mean, I guess there are different.
There's different endings and stuff.
There's different endings.
Yeah, there are.
But,
there's a new that just came out a couple of years ago, Doki Doki Literature Plus.
But it just really the amount of time I have. It's like I want to play a game where I just go around beating shit up. You know what I mean?
Seeker Gatherer, thank you for the 100 bits. With the success of Andor, do you guys think that other Star Wars stories should be writing a mature tone?
Yes.
I'd be down for it. I mean, if it's as good as Andor. I
feel like Ahsoka occasionally kind of like got a little close. Not as good as Andor, but no, and like Andor was like a lightning strike. Like, I don't know if you could do it twice, but that everything just clicked with that damn show.
I agree. There has to be some new energy in Star Wars. I think Andor is on the right track. Not to say
because
it
really
Ahsoka,
felt
but,
like
yeah,
a New Hope's universe.
Yeah.
Even though it was taking it seriously and it was like lower key and so I'm like, boy, this really feels like it was sort of made in the 1970s, and I really appreciated that.
Or when they do that thing where they have like different animators come in and do like different shorts and stuff, like that's new life, you know, being brought to Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
like
the Star Wars Visions or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
That's where some of the most interesting shit in Star Wars happened on that Vision show more than anything. What was it, the Ninth Jedi or whatever? The one with the different colored lightsabers. I'm like, that would have been its own great series.
Yeah.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 100 bits. Of course, I gotta ask Rob, while you're here, How's Ellie?
She's good. She's better. She caught kennel crud like God nearly a month ago,
Poor
and
thing.
yeah, she got really sick, and we had to put her on antibiotics for like 3 weeks, and she had this horrible cough, which like I've never heard a dog cough before, like really sick. It's awful. It's just it's like it's like ugh. So yeah, like she's just started eating like 2 full meals again like 3 days ago. So yeah, she's doing better now. But yeah, for a while we were like, geez,
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
what wouldn't I do is the question.
I'm not gonna top that.
Hutners, thank you for the 100 bits. Tier list idea, Disney villains. Oh, I've got a couple of Disney tier list ideas, but yes, I like what
It's
you're
not that one
thinking.
either.
Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi guys, these are actually questions for your characters, and there's 3 of them, so we're gonna have to rapid fire a little bit. One, Santa Christ.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. How do you feel Chester did as your fill-in last year?
Well, good enough. But when you have as many elves on retainer as I do, you gotta get your money's worth. So out he goes.
2, Chester, what did you get dough for Christmas, says Santa Christ?
What I get her every year. You know that song, the SNL song about the box. It's that, but it's just the box.
There's no dick in the box. Damn it. No, just kidding.
Don't ruin the surprise. Oh, now it's ruined.
I'm sorry.
Well, all right.
I ruined it.
No box for you this year, dear.
And 3, Doe, I honestly don't have a question for you. I just want to say hi. Oh, hi there. That's all. Dark Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. Fun fact, in Blade Trinity, the actress who played Whistler's daughter managed to shoot an arrow through a small hole in a pane of glass in front of a camera, therefore destroying the tens of thousands of dollars camera. It was toward the end of the movie, though.
Oh,
Wow.
That's wild. Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Doug, as one of the biggest TMNT fans / popular online reviewers, I'm surprised you haven't done a video on Next Mutation. And yeah, I know James Rolfe did a video on his channel, but you're the nostalgia critic. Live up to that hype, or don't. I don't know. It's your YouTube channel.
I think at some point I said I was going to, and for whatever reason I didn't. Yeah, I kind of forgot about it. So, yeah, and again, just time is tight as you get older. So, we'll have to see. I wouldn't mind sitting down watching all of it because I've seen a little bit, and it is quite bad.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Been playing WarioWare Move It nonstop since it came out. Not familiar with the game, huh, Doug? Well, let me give you a rundown of some of Wario's peculiar friends. A funky disco dude, a pretty high school girl who thinks Wario's super cool, 2 cabbies from the Bronx that can drive into outer space, a little Nintendo fanatic who's also a DJ, a cyborg, mad scientist, an alien, a witch, etc.
Woo! Man, I can read the instruction book too. No, that's really cool. I think Heather.
I loved the WarioWare games. Hell yeah.
I completely missed it, and apparently I missed these really great games because everyone says they're awesome.
Dark Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I recently watched your top 11 Adam Sandler movies. Have any newer Adam Sandler movies snuck their way into your list since then?
Oh, sure. I'm sure. Cut Gem or Uncut Gems would probably be in there. I'd have to look at the list again. I was a little hit and miss on the one he had with his daughter in it, but it was good. It turned out being pretty good. So maybe that would make it on there. And I hear this new one with the lizard is supposed to be pretty good. So yeah, there's a couple that might be on there.
Noff Noff, thank you for the 100 bits. To Doug, Rob, and Heather, I ask, what pop song do you listen to cleanse your mind from any annoying song stuck in your head? I always sing / listen to Simon and Milo. Get a clue.
I got a soft spot for that. What do I stand for most nights? I don't know anymore. I forget what that one's called, but it's probably just what do I stand for. And I like that one. That's a good, I'll be in a good mood and get something else out of my head. If it's like another song, that's usually a go-to.
I'm a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world.
That's amazing. Just the way you flat delivered that, Rob. Thank you. At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Top 3 unironically good Christopher Walken performances.
Deer Hunter's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say Deer Hunter.
I mean, Batman Returns is fun. He plays
Yeah,
it well.
I honestly like. I'd say that's unironically good. Like, it's actually a really good performance.
There's a good movie he did. I think it's called Stand Up Guys. It's him, Alan Arkin, and Pacino. And it's really good. It's a solid movie. And nobody talks about it, but it's worth checking out.
Dead Zone's pretty good. Catch Me If You Can. Somebody just mentioned that. Maybe like that's kind of an ironic role.
Stand Up Guys. That's what it's called.
I actually really do like him in A View to a Kill.
I'm just laying Chaplin out. I'm still listening.
Corchester VA, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Doug, with your review of Pinocchio, a true story, I put true in quotations for a reason, I'd love to see you do an NC on Dougal. It's a dub on a British film called The Magic Roundabout, and my God, it is nuts.
People have requested it before. Maybe I'll do it in January because I have gotten a lot of requests for it. And, I'll do it at a time when I know nobody's people aren't watching as much. That's why I do more experimental ones. So maybe.
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Fanscription idea, what if Edgar Wright directed Ant-Man?
Man, I guess it's so hard to get what his style would be for like a superhero movie.
It's so hard to
movie,
write
so,
about what his style would be. Like,
yeah.
you just have to, and like particularly the way we do fanscriptions, I'm like, there's no way. Like, you need to see that.
I agree.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie Man on Fire?
Is that the Denzel Washington one? Let's see. Man on the Fire. Yes, I have not seen it. But it seems to have good reviews, so maybe I'll check it out.
Virtuous Sinner, thank you for the 100 bits. What is it that you like about Terrifier? For me, they were fine slasher films, but a lot of people love them, and I'm interested in people's love.
Well, a part of it, it's kind of like Christmas Story before it became a phenomenon. There was something fun discovering it. I love the idea of, they say he's a creepy clown, but it's like, he's a scary mime is what he is. He doesn't talk at all. I think he's legit scary and legit really funny. I like it plays with expectations of where it's going, who's going to live, who's not going to live. The kills are just so over the top, but so gruesome and both so funny and so scary at the same time. It's just a little bit of everything.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, you dark tune loving bastard, he said lovingly. What do you think of naming your community the Awesome Sauce? Disclaimer, not my idea.
If that's what y'all want to call yourselves, I ain't gonna stop you.
You just got sauced.
You just got sauced. That sounds so wrong. Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. In the theme of Thanksgiving tomorrow, what's your favorite Bob's Burger Thanksgiving episode? Mine's a tie between Turkey in a Can and I Bob Your Pardon.
Turkey in a Can was pretty good. Was that which is the one where he gets drunk on the absinthe? Was that Turkey in a Can? Wait.
Maybe. I'm trying to remember them. I also
whichever one is the one where he gets drunk on absinthe, like while making the turkey, that was amazing.
One where he keeps sleepwalking and doing
that was a good one too.
I think that's a Thanksgiving one. That was pretty funny.
Sorry, chat has been noticing I've been muting myself and getting up and down. My mother-in-law's in town right now, and the dog is so upset that she's gone. I've been trying to get the dog to come up here because she keeps whining.
Oh.
Sorry, excuse me.
And you're allergic to dogs.
Sean, thank you for the 100 bits. If you ever do old versus new again, the anime Star Blazers versus Star Blazers 2199.
Try to check them out.
Sorry, I inhaled something. Also, Daisy's here, chat. Do you see her? She's the white thing next to me.
Do you see?
Do you see?
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix?
I never saw that.
I haven't seen it either.
I wasn't a big R.L. Stine guy growing up. I know that I think I tried reading one of those, and I'm just like, I'm not getting into this at all. So I just assume I wouldn't get into. Wait, was that R.L. Stine? Oh shit! Now I might be thinking of something else. Either way, I haven't seen it.
Mark Creation Studios, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, quick, prove you're a true Kingdom Hearts fan and name the final bosses of each Kingdom Hearts game that you've played. Go.
I guess I'm not a true Kingdom Hearts fan. No, I'm terrible at remembering names, and I've only played those games once. So, God, remembering the names in those games is like, I just know it's an X in everything.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. I hope it's not too late to suggest for Christmas Nostalgia Critic. May I suggest the Grinch musical live? It's so bad, but worth the watch.
I've done one or two of those live ones, and they were kind of fun. They do get hit a lot with copyright claims, and it makes them trickier to review. So we'll see. I didn't see that one. It does sound horrendous, and I think that's part of the fun is that you kind of want them to be bad. So yeah, might be an idea.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you only hate Shutter Island because of the ending?
I mean, it was a big part of it, but also I'm watching this movie. I guess I'm a little interested, but I don't know. It's another one of those. We always said he's gotten better, but we always used to joke that whenever DiCaprio's playing like a tough guy or like an organ,
It looks like he's trick-or-treating.
It looks like he's trick-or-treating. It never looks like he's really that. Now that he is actually like he looks older now, I think that all helps. But there's also something about his acting. And it always kind of. I have the same issue with Jim Carrey. It kind of screams, "Notice my acting." Kind of thing, where I think he's gotten better over the years with that. And that was one of those performances where I'm just like, yeah, I'm a detective. I smoke and try to figure out a mystery and stuff. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. How come you didn't like Gangs of New York?
Kind of the same reason. Well, but that one, that's one of those classic examples of somebody that wanted to do something for a long time, and I don't know if he updated the style or the story. It's not bad. It's not awful. It's just very underwhelming.
I was surprised, because it was so like it was like, oh my god, Gangs of New York. When I saw it, I was just like, oh, all right, it's fine.
It's just kind of dull. Yeah, in my opinion, it's not awful. It's just underwhelming.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie 13 Ghosts?
No, I didn't see that one. I didn't see the original or the remake. But yeah, I hear they're both not good for different reasons. The original was not good for a fun reason. The remake apparently not.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite character from Workaholics?
Like the show?
I'm assuming.
I don't know if I've seen much of the show. I'm not the one to ask.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Let me get this straight, Doug. Your favorite Disney villain song is Hellfire, right? Because of course your favorite villain song involves a man in his 60s lusting over a teenage girl. Don't try and justify it. All jokes, of course.
Is she a teenager? In the Disney women never look their age, like at all.
Okay, now wait. Okay, so Ariel is, Jasmine is, Belle's. I think she's
Snow
18.
White is. Snow White's like 14.
Yeah, Snow White's like 14.
But the funny thing is, I always thought Esmeralda was like a full-grown woman. Like I assumed she was in her 20s.
They all look like full-grown.
Because I thought the same about Phoebus and like every like. Yeah, I don't know. Like, how old is she supposed to be?
Yeah, wait a minute. Phoebus gets with her. How old is that? Do you say he's a teen too? Like, yeah, now that makes sense.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever heard of the TV trope Aerith and Bob? In fantasy/sci-fi, you often have characters with unusual names like Obi-Wan and names more common on Earth like Luke.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see that. Huh. I never thought about that. That makes sense.
Mumra, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the John Candy and Ali Sheedy movie Only the Lonely? It's kind of rare find these days as far as physical media and isn't on streaming. I feel it's an underrated and forgotten Candy film directed by Chris Columbus and produced by John Hughes.
I only saw that once. And
me too.
I don't remember that. And it literally was like when it came out.
I remember being all right. Like I wanted to watch it until
but
the
we
end.
were, I will
didn't
say,
stay with
we
me
were
much.
younger though. So it's like, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Here is my weird newscaster intro. Our top story, a local teacher was horrified when her student made a picture of a character from a horror movie. When the student was asked what he had done, he replied, Drew Carey.
And search
Doug,
the
back to
crowd
you.
going, oh!
Boo! Boo!
At Movies, thank you for the 100 bits. Which would you rather watch on repeat, The Phantom Menace or the Obi-Wan TV series?
On repeat. Phantom Menace looks a little better. Obi-Wan's well, shit. I was gonna say Obi-Wan's a little funnier to me in terms of some of the weird acting and choices and stuff. But now thinking back,
I'd rather watch Phantom Menace, honestly.
but now thinking back to Phantom Menace, I'm like, oh, some of that acting is so funny. Though. I don't know. I can't choose. I can't. Choose.
I mean, they're both pretty awful.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Fanscription idea. What if Murdoch forced MacGyver to kill someone?
Go for it, Rep.
I mean, I don't know how much of our audience still is talking about MacGyver, but okay.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you be reading Henry Winkler's new book?
Who was it?
Henry Winkler.
Yeah,
Oh.
Henry Winkler. Sorry, I said it weird.
I didn't even know he had a new. I don't think I've read a book from him, so I better get started.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 100 bits. If you haven't seen it for a future Disney-cember, please check out the 1985 film The Journey of Natty Gann. It's about a girl traveling across the country with her wolf searching for her father during the Depression.
I loved that movie as a kid because Disney Channel used to run it random times of the day in like the mid '80s.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it since then though.
I saw bits of it growing up, and I finally sat down and watched the whole thing. And it is very good. It's very 80s Disney. Like you could just immediately, even though it's supposed to take place during the Great Depression, you just know, oh, this was made in the 80s. This has that 80s Disney feel, and I love 80s Disney. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen it though since like 1987 maybe.
There's a bizarre maturity I feel like sometimes to 80s Disney where it's like, oh, we don't have to talk down to kids too much, kind of thing. Let's grow them up a little bit. I kind of like that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. You should review the Mel Brooks movie Life Stinks with Chester and Doe.
I remember the movie being okay. I don't think I get much material out of it with a review, even with Chester and Doe.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Doe sounds a lot like Jean, Jerry's wife from Fargo. I wonder, Heather, if you intentionally molded her voice based on this character and exaggerated Minnesota accent. Yeah, it's a little bit Midwest, Mom. It's like the weirdest, craziest, I shouldn't say weirdest, craziest voice I could do, but like there's some kind of Chicago, Minnesota thing going on with Chester's accent too. So I just kind of was like, I could take that and run with it.
Yeah, but it's not entirely like that Midwest Minnesota. So I like that she has that voice where Chester kind of has like a hint of it where you have a lot of it. So I like that. Kind of gives them more of an identity.
TDI Charlie Brown, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, saying you sing Barbie Girl, I've lost faith in you and all humanity, and I now believe whoever invented the atom bomb was correct to do so. Thank you.
My mission has been accomplished.
He's the original ending of Oppenheimer.
I am the destroyer of worlds.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. How about another Scenes from a Hat? Here's a good one. What Doug says when he thinks the cameras and mic are off.
Schindler's List isn't that great a movie.
I can't. Anything I come up with, I just can't repeat.
Yeah, no, that's always the thing.
These are not, yeah.
It's like, nope, can't do that.
No, but yeah.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. Hello, Doug, Robin, Heather. I just want to wish you an early happy Thanksgiving. I was baking an apple pie I do every year. Here, I'll send you guys a piece all the way from LA.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Nom nom. Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. With all this talk of clowns, you know who's an underrated clown? Stimpy's pet clown, Sid. I swear one of these days I'm going to say, what's shaking Sparky, as dry as he did.
Boy, I don't remember that too. I wonder if that was from one of the later seasons. Yeah, I'm kind of blanking on that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. And to continue for my last post, I just want to let you know I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you for everything you guys do because you guys are truly awesome. Keep up the amazing work that you guys do.
Oh, we're thankful for y'all, man. I mean, I know it's a thing, like you have to say it and stuff, but I mean, it really is true. We would not be able to do any of this.
Doing this if it weren't for you. So
yeah, so thank
doesn't
you.
get more literal than that.
Yeah, thank you all so very, very much again.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Final bits from me. Aside from Ariel, none of the Disney princesses have any canonical ages. Disney, of course, gave them ages, but their ages are never mentioned in their respective films.
I mean, but if Disney said it, I mean, I guess it's canon. right?
I would assume, but yeah. Burnsy, thank you for the 100 bits. On the Only the Lonely was amazing. Maureen O'Hara was fantastic as John Candy's mother. It was the only time I heard my father cry. By Candy was heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, I remember it being good. But if you were to ask me, quote any line from it, I couldn't. But I do
Yeah,
remember.
I'm not saying it's a bad
the
movie.
moments from
I
it,
just
yeah.
it was so like sometimes there's movies that like you got to keep in mind when they came out, like we would have been in our teens or early 20s or something, or even kids. And it's just like if we haven't seen it since then, it's like I can't fully vouch for it because I remember liking it back then. But
I always say we gotta watch City Slickers again because we saw it when we were kids, and now we're about the age of the characters. So I feel like we gotta put it on again, see if it resonates different.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. I'm going to watch Disney's Beauty and the Beast 1991 tonight. It's my all-time favorite Disney animated movie. Speaking of, Doug, are you going to see Wish soon? I'm crossing fingers that it'll do well because Disney hasn't been doing great lately.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I was gonna see it tonight, but I got pushed back with stuff, so I'll try to see it this week. I'm not hearing good things about it, so we'll see.
nor am I.
Yeah.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen this horror movie called The Jester?
No. Cool title. I'll try to check it out.
All right, great. And 5 minutes for highlighted messages.
Alrighty, nice.
I had to say something. Now we got more bits, but I'll give a highlight. Gigabuster says, any chance you will review CE3K?
I mean, that's another one that's kind of review proof. Also, I don't know how much I can show on YouTube now, but I mean, I remember all those movies being pretty fun. C2, it wasn't C2K. I can't remember what they're called, but
I don't.
yeah, but they made a couple of them. So,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, it's like where Jackass came from and stuff like that. I mean, they're exactly what they advertise.
Mumra, thank you for the 100 bits. So I met Stacey Dash at Days of the Dead Con in Chicago last weekend. I'm 44 and she's 56, but somehow looks younger than me. Did you know she was 28 at the time playing a high schooler in Clueless while Silverstone was only 18 during filming? I know this is a regular thing in Hollywood casting older. Wow. I always say for myself, black don't crack, but this is truly Fountain of Youth sorcery.
Two of my favorite things, Black.
Yeah, you know who Ming Na Wen is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she just had a birthday. She is 60.
Yep, I saw.
Yeah.
She looks 40. Like, what the fuck?
What do you all think?
So what is the Asian equivalent then of the whole black don't crack?
Was it? Well, I always say
Asians don't Asian? I don't know.
That's what I said, but no, Asians don't raise
no
it,
Asian.
No, Asian don't raise it, I think it's the term. I think, the official term said by, yeah, but that's the one I heard. But I like aren't Asian. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
I just always wonder what y'all expect like 40-year-old women to look like. Like, do you think we're all just like shriveled up or something? Because anytime I mention that I'm like 36, people are like, oh my God, no way. I'm like, what do you think a 36-year-old woman looks like?
Wait, do you think Ming Na Wen then is shriveled up? Because I said she was 40. Or
No, I'm just saying that a lot of times
she
people
looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah, she looks great for 60. 100%. I think she looks like she's.
Why do you hate Ming Na Wen, Heather?
I don't hate Ming Na Wen. Robert, no. Birdsy,
it's just like Thanksgiving dinner.
It is. We're all just getting ready here. I'm so glad that we can get this out right now. Birdsy, thank you for the 100 bits. For a John Candy, who could play him? Many mention Kevin James, but I like Will Sasso. Thoughts?
I mean, I love Will Sasso, and he's a great impersonator, so.
Oh, for like a John Candy movie. But yeah, Sasso I can really, because he's a good impressionist, and he's a good actor, too. I could totally see that.
Yeah, for sure. Devil Loner says, Doug, since the beginning of the commercial special, you've been using the ABC Saturday Morning Cartoons bumper. Any plans to review the ABC Saturday Morning Cartoons?
I mean, I feel like we've touched on before. We talked about maybe doing one Saturday morning at some point, but we'll probably do it after like Adult Swim or something like that, because we think that has to be the next one.
Super fair. Luke the Boss says, Rob, what kind of movie would you like to write or direct and budgetary constrictions, if budgetary constrictions were not an issue?
Probably like a fantasy or something, because I really like Lord of the Rings. So yeah, something like that. And probably like something animated, really. Like, yeah.
Cool. Power Gamer says, apparently you can submit cat videos to be featured in Garfield the movie. Any chance our little friends, Chaplin or Buster, are going to audition?
And
No, Doug, that's a violation of, because then you could be biased.
I'll automatically give it the best movie of the year. I'll give it a positive review if there is.
Actually, we did hate Jim, and was it Rob Scallon?
Rob Scallon's in there. Yeah.
Modica says, isn't it weird that Elmer Fudd appeared on the Looney Tunes show only once?
Is it really only once?
Really?
Weird. I remember that weird grilled cheese song. Yeah, was that really it? Huh. Never thought about that.
I don't know. Matt Gamer says, Doug, next week is December. You know what that means?
It's not December when the NC comes out, but I made that same mistake. So you're going to get an episode anyway, a Christmas episode anyway.
And then their response is, no, I have an appointment with my doctor. What's wrong with you? It's nothing to do with Christmas.
Sorry. Here, just rewind that video and imagine I said Christmas!
Fantastic. All right, and with that, it's 8 o'clock.
Yay!
So thank you all, as usual, for joining us. We super duper appreciate it. We will not have stream tomorrow. It is Thanksgiving, so Tamra will not be around tomorrow to do a stream.
Oh my God, she's so lazy.
I know.
Like,
How
really?
dare she?
It's just the holidays.
Right, duh. But we will be back here on Friday night, at least. Doug and I will. I actually do not know if Malcolm's planning on streaming Friday afternoon or not, but Doug and I will be back here on Friday night. So once you've gotten over the hangover that you have from Thanksgiving, come listen to Doug scream and play Spider-Man 2. So
it'll totally be calm. Your head will be pounding, and my soothing voice, why does it look like Vegas? Will totally calm you down, make you feel better.
Exactly. And like we said at the beginning of stream, we are truly thankful for all of you. We appreciate you being here on this U.S. holiday of thankfulness. We appreciate all of you and are very thankful for you and your support. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the holiday. Or don't. I don't know. I'm not your mom. Get drunk and ruin things. I don't care.
That's my plan.
Politics and religion first. That's what you open with. Make any Thanksgiving meal go down so much smoother.
Exactly. We're going to go over and raid Tamra. But have a wonderful evening, everyone. And we will see you all soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. 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 Happy Thanksgiving.